Kate, I don't know about you, but I've already worked up an appetite in today's show. And thank goodness our favorite personal chef, Christina Dimacali from Clean Your Plate, is here to the rescue.
I love this. Summer dishes that you don't need a grill for, because truthfully, I don't have one at home, so I am all about this.
And that's okay. I'm an urbanite too. I don't have the backyard, so I have to do some things indoors. Now, you know, on the Clean Your Plate website, I get a lot of questions about jazzing up summer dishes. So today we're going to work with halloumi. Have you had halloumi before?
No, I don't know what that is.
Well, halloumi is actually a cheese from Cyprus. It's kind of like feta, but a little bit milder. And what's cool about it is it can take a lot of heat. So we're going to do warm halloumi with a tomato vinaigrette. So easy.
Cheese that takes heat and it doesn't melt all over the place.
Oh, it doesn't melt over. Oh, if you do it the way I'm telling you to, it won't melt all over the place.
Make sure you follow instructions.
She's already ordering me around.
I'm already ordering you around. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just taking the halloumi cheese, which is this right here, and I've sliced it into a quarter, third of an inch slices, and I have baby eggplant and zucchini sliced in the same thicknesses. I'm dredging it into a little bit of seasoned flour, and what the flour does is it helps promote some browning, lets us get a nice golden crust. That's what we're going for, because the cheese should be golden and crispy on the outside and mellow and gooey on the inside.
Now, you seasoned the flour yourself?
I did.
With a little...
This did not come pre-seasoned. I hit it with a little bit of salt and pepper.
Don't know where you would get seasoned flour.
Where can you buy halloumi cheese?
You can actually buy it. I know they carry it at Whole Foods, and I know they carry it at Downtown Cheese in the Reading Terminal Market.
Now, does it require heat, or can you? I don't know. How is it hard? No, it's got some.
It is firm.
That's
why it works really well on the grill too. So if you were grilling this, for example, you wouldn't need to flour it at all. You just put it on the grill with your steaks and everything else. Terrific.
And
yes.
it's going to hold up, right?
I promise you, it's not going to melt through like that mozzarella that you've been throwing on the grill. It's not going to happen. So meanwhile, while this is going on, we're going to make a tomato vinaigrette.
Okay.
We're going to step over here. We're actually using sun-dried tomatoes. And what's great about them, 20 pounds of fresh tomatoes are necessary to make 1 pound of sun-dried tomatoes. So this is a really bold flavor.
This is out of the jar?
No, I actually use dried and I rehydrate it like we did on the chef's tip. So we're doing sun-dried tomatoes, a quarter teaspoon of salt, a little pinch of sugar just for a little bit of balance. I have fresh garlic, because we always have to have some garlic, right? We're going to do 1.5 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, and we're going to do fresh mint. I mean, give that a smell. It's so good.
There's nothing better.
You know, and so this is a quarter cup of fresh minced mint. Now, if you didn't have mint, you can use all that basil that's overgrowing, you know, in your yard right now, in the sidewalk. So we'll toss that in. Just
Did you see the study that came out yesterday that people that have vinegar in their diets tend to gain less weight than those that don't?
I didn't know about that.
They studied rats, but I don't think they were feeding them the same thing.
I don't think they were having halloumi with tomato vinaigrette.
Probably not.
We'll do this for the humans. So I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil.
I don't feed my rats that well, actually.
Okay, well that's good. Well, maybe they'll like the
Hopefully
cheese.
you feed yourself better than the rats.
Yes,
So we put in the olive oil. Meanwhile, the halloumi's been browning. That's how quick it is. We'll give this a turn.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Look at that. Think of like your favorite cheese pizza, how melty and yummy it is on the top.
Would that be good on pizza?
Well, you know, it probably would be pretty good on pizza, actually. You don't necessarily have to sear the halloumi. You can eat it as it is, you know, without any heat at all. But yeah, crumbled just like feta, that would be okay.
What are you doing in the kitchen? I'm searing the halloumi.
So we would let this brown up a little bit more, okay, on the other side, so we get that nice crust that I've been teasing you about. And then we take the cheese and we would plate it with some other pieces here. We have done like that, okay? And then we're going to take our little super vinaigrette in here, and I would just pour this, you know, spoon it right on top, like this, okay? And that is a great summer dish to put on your picnic table. Really, really terrific stuff.
Now, you made a few other things I noticed, too. You want to give us the tour?
I did. Well, one of the things I did, I used the same ingredients and I put it on skewers. I did this for a cocktail party last week, and they loved it. They didn't know what they were eating, but they loved it, okay?
It has a great fun look to it.
That's a really great thing.
Eats it up.
But you can also, like I said, you can crumble it up, serve it as a side dish. It loves bold flavor, so you can have it with lamb, beef, buffalo, whatever you want. It can handle it. And even better, I did a strawberry salad. So you have sweet strawberry, you actually have smoky bacon, you have a little tart balsamic vinegar, and that melty, grilled, gooey, yummy halloumi. terrific stuff.
Very nice. Now, you originated Clean Your Plate as a service where you go into people's homes, cook for them, and then put it in their fridge so they got fresh food for a week. But then you started doing some group cooking lessons, and that has now evolved, too.
It definitely has evolved. A lot of people, I found, actually want to learn how to cook. You know, I have classes in the spring and in the fall, group classes, but some people are a little intimidated going there. So people have asked me to come into their homes and have one-on-one lessons in their own kitchen. So we have a lot of fun, a super amount of fun. Whatever skill level you are, some people can't boil water, but some people are fantastic cooks. I'm going to elevate you to the next level. We're going to eat and cook a lot of good food. And we're going to have fun.
And this actually led to a little romance, I hear, right?
Oh, it did. Not for me. Not for me. But it did lead to a little romance. Actually, last month, I had a couple that had me come over. I taught them how to make their favorite meal. I was there for 2 or 3 hours. I left. I emailed them the next day to find out they got engaged after I left.
Oh, my goodness.
I know.
What an effect you have on people.
So I guess the lesson must have been really good, and hopefully they're going to call me to do their wedding. You know, hopefully that comes around. But I can't guarantee that always happens.
I think it's the recipe, which you will find on our website at NBCPhiladelphia.com. Just search The 10 Show. You'll see the recipe for this great halloumi printed out, and you can also watch the video of Christina Dimacali putting it together. Christina, always a pleasure.
So great to see you guys. Thanks so much.
for being in. I can't wait to try this.
We'll be right back with more of The 10 Show. In fact, I don't think I will wait to try it.